Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth from Cruise Blog, and I'm excited to talk to you all about my very first princess cruise. Let's get into it. Having cruised on lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, MSC, Celebrity, and Disney, I decided to embark on a fresh adventure and sail on Princess Cruises' newest ship, Sun Princess, during her inaugural voyage from North America. Princess Cruises launched Sun Princess in February 2024 as the cruise line's first Sphere-class ship. Measuring 177,882 gross registered tons with a passenger capacity of 4,300 at double occupancy, Sun is Princess' largest ship, surpassing Discovery Princess. She was designed to leave a lasting impression, from the multi-deck Grand Piazza to the stunning dome home to an indoor-outdoor pool during the day and aerial shows at night. Having just returned from 8 nights on board and gotten a good grasp at what the ship has to offer in terms of dining, entertainment, and service, I can say that Sun Princess surpassed my expectations in nearly every way. The dining experience particularly impressed me. Everything from the main dining room to the specialty restaurants showcased why Sun Princess is called the greatest foodie destination at sea. Still, not everything about my 8-night voyage left a positive impression. For example, I found embarkation to be a hassle, and while I was impressed with Ocean Now, Princess's delivery service allowing guests to order food and drinks directly to their location, the technology experienced some hiccups. Despite the minor setbacks, my experience on Sun Princess was fantastic, starting with the dining experience that left little to be desired. Food is subjective. That said, I was impressed by nearly every meal on board Sun Princess, from poolside tacos to gourmet dinners in the specialty restaurants. Everything from the fried rice at the teppanyaki to tableside prime rib in the Sanctuary restaurant and the fresh salad bar on the Lido deck showcased Princess's commitment to quality. The included pizza was particularly impressive, though Alfredo should still be on your must-visit list. While many die-hard Royal Caribbean fans swear by Sorrento's, Princess confirms that there's much better pizza at sea. Not only that, but I became an instant fan of Lido tacos, dishing up everything from chicken tacos to lamb shawarma and nachos. However, I was disappointed by how many food joints closed at 10 p.m. With cruise lines like Royal, Celebrity, and Carnival offering pizza into the late hours of the night, I expected more flexibility with the dining options on board Sun Princess. Instead, guests could only choose from the 24-hour International Cafe or the free items on the Ocean Now delivery menu if they paid the activation fee or had one of Princess's inclusive packages. On that note, I did enjoy quite a few roasted turkey sandwiches since pizza wasn't available. A few meals on Sun Princess didn't live up to expectations, though. A meal I was looking forward to the most was O'Malley's Irish Pub. Earlier during the week, I smelled the onion rings and had not been able to shake the thought of them. As a hotspot for live music in the evenings, tables fill up quickly. Thankfully, we snagged one as a group was finishing their meal. To no surprise, I begin with the onion rings. However, after trying the Irish onion soup that my fiancé ordered, I regretted my appetizer. The rings weren't terrible, but they also weren't worth writing home about. I liked the horseradish ranch dipping sauce, but found that the rings lacked the crispy texture that I was hoping for. The boozy brownie was served cold and dry. It lacked the rich chocolate taste usually associated with brownies, as well as the boozy kick implied by the dessert's name. The Americana diner was another letdown. The creamy mac and cheese was creamy, but it tasted very processed. The tempura cauliflower was bland too. To be fair, I should have gone with one of their all-day breakfast items or sticky pork ribs, which I heard great things about. Moving on to entertainment, I was impressed by the quality of the original production shows and entertainment staff, but disappointed by the size of the venues. During my 8 nights on board, I saw just one aerial show in the dome. While I might have been able to see a second show had the service in O'Malley's been quicker, guests started lining up well in advance, with doors closing 30 minutes before showtime because the venue was already too full. As mentioned earlier, Sun Princess's capacity at double occupancy is over 4,000, and the dome can seat just 250 people per performance. Even at 3 shows per night, that's not even 1/4 of the total guests on board. Princess Live, a popular venue for karaoke, trivia, game shows, and more, can seat around 200 passengers too. After trivia ended, guests would flock in like vultures trying to secure a seat for comedy shows, asking if anyone was planning to leave. When it became evident all seating was filled, passengers began to sit on the floor and stand outside, watching through the divider. Activities in the piazza were also very popular. Though there were seats on decks 7, 8, and 9, they filled up quickly for game shows. That said, we enjoyed these events the most. For example, Piazza Pandemonium was essentially a family friendly version of Royal Caribbean's The Quest. Despite appealing to all ages, that didn't stop the antics from being hilariously entertaining. Variety acts in the Princess Arena were good and much easier to get into. The theater didn't start to fill up until roughly 15 minutes before showtime, but if you want front row seats, I'd recommend getting there at least 30 minutes in advance. Something else I found disappointing on board Sun Princess was the service. I had high expectations for the service after cruising on Celebrity Ascent, rival Celebrity Cruises' newest ship, twice this year. While I understand that a new ship can come with growing pains, I assume they would have worked out most of the kinks in the 8 months since its launch. On multiple occasions, I noticed service delays from our meal and O'Malley's, which took nearly 2 hours, to Ocean Now orders being mysteriously canceled. Not only that, but my cabin steward never introduced himself. I had no idea who was servicing my stateroom. It seemed as though half the cruise was spent waiting in line for something. Many bars required passengers to order their beverages at the medallion tablet, meaning bartenders weren't rotating and serving the bar first come, first serve. Also, Ocean Now was flaky. Sometimes we'd receive an order promptly, but other times it would take an hour or so for food or drinks to be delivered. One afternoon, I waited an hour for an iced coffee. That said, the activities staff was impeccable, from cruise director Corinne to assistant cruise director Sam. I don't think I've ever enjoyed the entertainment team as much as I did on this cruise. They brought an infectious energy to every event and went out of their way to lead with enthusiasm and ensure everyone felt included. During the deck party, for example, crew members started jumping in the pool fully clothed and even invited passengers to join in on the fun. Finally, let's talk about the value of the cruise. Since Princess isn't an ultra-luxury line, it's not all-inclusive. Outside of the complimentary dining options like the eatery, main dining room, Lido food stalls, and international cafe, guests may want to budget for specialty dining venues, which often feature unique cuisines and immersive dining experiences. Additionally, alcoholic beverages and Wi-Fi come with extra costs. Instead of buying popular add-ons individually, Princess makes it easier to budget by offering bundled packages. The lowest tier, Princess Plus, costs just $60 per day and includes 15 alcoholic drinks valued at up to $15 a day, Wi-Fi for one device, 2 casual meals, 2 daily premium desserts, 2 fitness classes, gratuities, and more. With gratuities costing $17 per day for standard cabins, that's just an extra $43 to make your cruise feel more inclusive. The next tier, Princess Premier, is for guests who want even more perks and flexibility, including unlimited premium beverages, specialty dining, and fitness classes. It also includes Wi-Fi for 4 devices and more. While it's more expensive at $90 per day, those who value specialty dining will find it a worthwhile investment. With some cruise lines, namely Royal Caribbean and Carnival, charging upwards of $60 per day just for their drink packages, I was surprised by how competitive Princess's pricing was for their bundled offerings, as they are technically considered an upscale premium cruise line. I enjoyed tasty cocktails, premium gelato, specialty pizzas, and more during my cruise, and didn't leave feeling nickel and dimed. It was a refreshing change compared to other cruise experiences I've had recently. For example, this summer I sailed on Celebrity Ascent to the Greek Isles. Though I purchased their all-included bundle, I had to pay an extra $100 for the premium drink and Wi-Fi packages, whereas on Sun Princess, all drinks up to 15 were included. This meant I could indulge in crafted martinis, top-shelf liquor, and more without worrying about hitting a limit. Though some beverages did cost more than $15, they were few and far between. Well, everyone, that wraps up my summary of my first ever Princess cruise. Until next time, happy cruising!